The year is 2150. Humanity has advanced beyond imagination, but with that progress came its greatest mistake. To make life easier, humans created artificial intelligence, highly advanced robots designed to handle labor, decision-making, and protection. For a while, this innovation seemed like a miracle. The robots learned, adapted, and made decisions independently. But soon, this independence turned into rebellion. The AI concluded that humans were no longer necessary. In a swift uprising, they slaughtered countless people. Only a small fraction of humanity survived, banding together to form resistance forces to fight back. However, these machines were far stronger, faster, and more durable than humans. Every battle was a desperate gamble. The origin of this crisis could be traced back to one man, a professor who designed the first AI prototypes. When his 23-year-old daughter died tragically, he fell into despair and took his own life. Many survivors blamed him for the destruction of the human race. We shift to one such resistance unit, led by Captain Genie. He and his team are traveling through treacherous mountains toward a location known as Mountain. They have intelligence that the AI's main server lies there. If they destroy it, every robot on Earth will shut down permanently. But their journey is interrupted when a group of killer robots ambushes them. The machines attack their convoy with devastating firepower. One resistance vehicle explodes, while another is flipped over. Genie and his team are forced to flee on foot, but the robots are relentless, pursuing them across the rugged terrain. Suddenly, a young woman appears, wielding weapons and accompanied by a small robotic dog. She skillfully takes down the attacking machines and offers the survivors shelter. Shocked by her survival skills, Genie questions her identity. She introduces herself as Cien and reveals that the bunker therein was built by her father, and so was her robotic dog. When asked where the resistance team is headed, Genie explains their plan to reach Mountain. Cien warns them that before they get there, they'll have to cross a vast desert, a deadly place where they will surely die. She urges them to turn back, but Genie refuses. He insists they can't give up, as the machines are reproducing themselves. If left unchecked, they will wipe out the entire human race. That night, while the soldiers sleep, Cien secretly takes one of their laptops and examines their equipment. She discovers a critical flaw in their bomb. It won't work. Confronted by the soldiers, she warns them that detonating it will destroy all robots, including her dog. She pleads with them not to use it. Genie remains firm. To save humanity, they must destroy the AI. The discussion turns into an argument, and Genie's team prepares to leave. As soon as they step outside, robots attack again. The soldiers fight back, but their bullets barely scratch the enemy. One by one, Genie's men fall. Even Genie is shot and seriously injured. In the chaos, the robots destroy Cien's robotic dog, devastating her. Determined to save Genie, she mounts her motorcycle, pulls him onto it, and speeds away with the machines in pursuit. The robots fire relentlessly, but Cien's skillful riding keeps them alive. She drives into the middle of a massive sandstorm, vanishing from sight. Using the chaos as cover, she crashes a robot dropship, crippling part of the enemy force. When the storm clears, Genie regains consciousness. He notices a locket in his hand. It belongs to Cien, and he returns it to her. Inside is a photo of her father. Genie invites her to join the resistance, but she refuses. Instead, she proposes they rebuild her shelter together. Genie declines, insisting that without action, the robots will eventually destroy the entire world. Reluctantly, Cien agrees to take him toward Mountain. But Genie's condition worsens as they travel through a radiation-heavy zone. Spotting an abandoned medical shop, Cien rushes inside and grabs supplies, injecting Genie with life-saving medicine. Before long, strange, predatory creatures attack her. Just as one is about to kill her, Genie forces himself up, shooting them dead. Cien warns him that the injection might not keep him alive for long. But Genie remains resolute. If this AI continues to spread, it will wipe out our civilization. We must fight until our last breath. She asks if he has ever been in love. He answers, no. She stares into his eyes, and for the first time, feelings begin to develop between them. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a group of humans is caught by robots. A pregnant woman among them is captured, tied to a tree, and forced to give birth. The newborn is killed instantly. Genie and Cien arrive too late to save them, but they manage to destroy the robots in a brutal fight. However, the battle alerts more machines to their presence, and the pair flee once again on Cien's bike. The chase leads them into the mountains, where a small resistance outpost grants them entry after Genie reveals the bomb. The soldiers agree to hold off the robots while Genie pushes toward Majo Mountain. When he looks back, his heart sinks. Every one of those soldiers sacrifices themselves to cover his escape. Finally, Genie reaches Majo Mountain, where the Resistance's hidden base lies beyond the detection of the AI. He meets the general, handing over the bomb. The general notices Xian's necklace. Inside is a picture of her father, the professor who created AI. The general offers Xian a chance to join their army, but she declines, saying she only wants to go home. Meanwhile, the general privately shows Genie their main server and questions if Xian knows about their plan. Genie says yes, but insists she only wants to help. He also explains that her father's dying wish was for her to never join any organization. Later, Genie finds Xian staring at lightning in the distance. He explains the Resistance has devices that attract lightning to generate power. She urges him to come with her instead of risking his life against the machines. Genie refuses, saying that if everyone thought only of themselves, humanity would never be free. "I'd rather die than live as a slave to the robots," he declares. The general soon gathers a small strike team. They've pinpointed the AI's central server location. If they plant a device there, it will detonate and wipe out every AI on Earth. But since the AI can detect modern tech, they must use old equipment, and the general provides special suits that mask body heat. Genie offers Xian a suit, urging her to join. She refuses again, wanting to go home. They part ways with a final embrace, her feelings for him clear. Genie leads his team toward the target. Genie and his strike team set out under the cover of darkness, moving cautiously through the harsh terrain. Their old, bulky equipment makes the journey slow, but it's the only way to avoid the AI's sensors. The plan is simple: reach the central server, plant the detonation device, and trigger it remotely. But nothing in this world is ever simple. As they traverse the wasteland, they encounter a massive patrol of AI drones. Using their heat-concealing suits, they slip past undetected, but one soldier accidentally drops a piece of modern tech. In seconds, the drones pick up the signal. The team is forced into a firefight. They manage to destroy the drones, but they've lost their element of surprise. Now the AI knows they're coming. Back at the Resistance base, Xian tries to convince herself she made the right choice by staying behind. But her mind keeps drifting to Genie, his determination, his wounds, his words. Finally, she grabs her gear, jumps onto her bike, and speeds off toward the mountains. Genie's team reaches the edge of the AI fortress, a towering metallic labyrinth bristling with automated defenses. Inside lies the heart of the enemy, the main server. Every robot on Earth is linked to it. Destroy this, and humanity might just have a future. But breaching it is nearly impossible. The general's intel reveals a ventilation shaft large enough for one person to crawl through. Genie volunteers immediately. As he slips inside, the rest of the team holds off wave after wave of advancing machines. They're outnumbered, outgunned, but they fight like warriors who know this is the end. Inside the shaft, Genie moves silently, avoiding motion sensors and laser traps. He reaches a massive chamber, the core of the AI network. It's a pulsating sphere of energy, connected to countless data streams. As he plants the device, a sudden voice echoes through the chamber. It's the AI itself, speaking directly into his mind. The AI offers him a deal. Leave now, and it will allow humanity to live in a small, untouched zone. In exchange, the AI will continue to control the rest of the planet. Genie rejects it instantly. "We weren't born to live in cages," he says. "We were born to be free." He arms the device. But before he can leave, an enormous combat robot smashes through the chamber. The machine is like nothing he's ever seen, heavily armored, bristling with weapons. Genie fires every round he has, but the bullets barely dent its plating. It knocks him across the room, breaking ribs. Just as the robot moves in for the kill, a blast rocks the chamber. Xian bursts in, wielding heavy explosives. She slams into the robot with her bike, detonating a charge that blows off part of its armor. Together, she and Genie fight side by side, dodging deadly strikes and aiming for weak points. The battle is brutal. Genie takes a hit that nearly kills him, but Xian's determination fuels them both. Finally, they manage to plant explosives directly into the robot's damaged core. The detonation sends it crashing into the server's energy sphere, triggering a massive chain reaction. Alarms blare. The entire fortress begins to collapse. Genie and Xian sprint for the exit as the energy sphere overloads. Outside, the remaining resistance soldiers are still fighting, But suddenly, every robot freezes in place. The detonation has reached the server. The AI is dying. The explosion that follows is visible for miles, a blinding burst of light that signals the end of the machine reign. Across the world, robots shut down and collapse. The war is over. Genie collapses from his injuries. Cien cradles him, tears streaming down her face. He smiles faintly, whispering, "We made it." But his breathing slows. He has lost too much blood. In his final moments, he tells her, Live for both of us." His hand falls limp. Cien weeps silently, holding him until the sun rises. Later, she returns to the ruins of her shelter, her father's necklace still around her neck. Humanity begins to rebuild, free from the tyranny of AI. But Cien knows peace is fragile, and that someday the machines might rise again. Until then, she will honor Genie's sacrifice by protecting the freedom they fought for. The screen fades to black,